What if I told you that cultivating wealth is more of a mental and emotional state than an interest in numbers? Seems baffling? Don't worry. We will now explore the traditional knowledge and recent discoveries that disclose the actual essence of wealth. The ancient philosopher Epictetus briefly expressed this insight. Freedom from unending cravings, rather than the number of belongings, is the true measure of prosperity. It's about learning to be happy and satisfied with what we already have instead of always wanting more. Think about this. We align ourselves with the natural flow of wealth when we move our attention from a never-ending desire for material prosperity or external declaration to a sense of inner fulfillment and thankfulness. It's almost irrational. The more we focus on getting what we really want, the less we focus on needing more. The idea that our ideas and energies create our world is at the heart of the law of attraction, as this philosophy explores. Positive vibes and fulfillment are drawn into our lives when we radiate satisfaction and abundance from the inside. Imagine living your life with an appreciation for the present moment as your compass, rather than being constrained by unending desires. Understanding that true riches are found in the richness of experiences, relationships, and inner peace rather than rejecting desire or success is key. Indeed, consider it this way. Our vibes and the energy we release into space are more significant than we frequently realize. You almost feel as though you're sending out a signal of hopelessness, one that shouts, "I'm empty-handed. I'm in need." Picture yourself at a lavish feast, staring at your empty plate as a variety of mouth-watering foods fill it. The distorted vision, which increases the sense of lack rather than allowing you to appreciate the riches all around you, is the experience of a shortage. It feels like yelling, "Look, I don't have enough," to the planet. And more empty plates end up on your plate unintentionally. Let's now turn that scenario around. Imagine yourself at that same meal, only this time your attention is drawn to the abundance of delicious food rather than the empty plate. This change captures the spirit of plenty. Being in a condition of excess involves more than simply real wealth. It's a deep sense of satisfaction and happiness with what you currently have on hand. It is about embracing an attitude that says, "I am abounding, I am whole." This state releases you from the grip of lack. You're not holding on to every dime with a ferocious grip. As an alternative, you're giving, expansive, and open-hearted. As you begin to circulate energy, more abundance can be drawn back to you by this flow. Imagine it as a dance where you interrupt the flow when you grip too hard. But when you relax and let the energy flow freely, it forms this lovely mutual dance with the universe. When you operate from a position of surplus, new energy comes into your life. You start to open up and give more, and all of a sudden, the universe returns the favor. You say, "I have enough to share," and the universe responds, "Here, let me share more with you." You get the idea. The words of Wayne Dyer point us in the direction of a profound truth, like a shining light. Wealth is a complex dance between our thoughts, feelings, and the universe's reaction. It's not just about numbers on a balance sheet. It's about tuning into a frequency where wealth fills our souls as much as our pockets. Moving from a state of poverty to numerous amounts requires a gradual adjustment to our perspective and way of thinking. It involves rewriting our brain circuitry to view the world in a different way. Here, Seneca's advice truly resonates. He highlights an important fact. Our endless desire for more leads to poverty, not a lack of material belongings. It feels like we're racing against some unseen standard, never quite catching up, and perpetually feeling like outsiders in spite of our wealth. Recognizing the wealth that is already there in our surroundings is the first step. The intangible values that are frequently disregarded in the pursuit of material prosperity are the things that bring us joy, the relationships we hold dear, and the air we breathe. The key is to cultivate thankfulness for what we already have. That perspective changes as we recognize and value the richness in our lives. All of a sudden, we find ourselves concentrating on what is bountiful rather than what is missing. Furthermore, the goal is to cultivate contentment rather than laziness. It's the understanding that satisfaction serves as a starting point for growth rather than a state of rest. When we are happy, we are driven by a sense of fulfillment that inspires us to pursue our goals rather than being constrained by an unrelenting search for more. Richness is a frequency, a condition of being that we may tune into. It's not a destination. It's accepting the idea that prosperity is about more than just collecting things. Rather, it's about the depth of relationships, the variety of experiences, and the inner fulfillment. To put it another way, moving from a state of scarcity to one of abundance is essentially an internal process that involves changing our viewpoint, making the decision to focus on our thankfulness and celebrating the riches that are already ours. And in this condition of affairs, doors open, possibilities arise, and abundance turns from a theoretical notion into a way of life. Every day becomes a chance to appreciate all that is beautiful in your surroundings. It's about putting appreciation on repeat, assuming the lead role in the magnificent production that is your life, and realizing the gems that are already shining brightly in ordinary moments. Take out your journal or open your notes app and begin recording those little moments of everyday magic. The feel of cool air on your skin, the smell of freshly brewed coffee, or a belly laugh with a stranger you pass on the street aren't simply examples. They're gold nuggets on the map of abundance. The worst part is that plenty aren't watching sports. Your actions and your attitude are in a dynamic dance. The doors of success swing wide, almost as if they have been waiting for you when your spirit is full and pleasure and love are your currency. Virgil was a life therapist as well as a warrior poet. His advice inspires us to build our dreams with courage and serves as a beacon. Activism, dreams, and generosity are the sparks that light the fire of prosperity. Wherever it is valued and given the opportunity to flourish, money prefers to hang out. I hope these insights help you see the amount from a different angle. Click the subscribe button to become a member of our wealthy community. This is the beginning of your path to abundance. Stay tuned for our next videos, in which we'll go deeper into the captivating state of creation and surplus.